Hello, you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. Hello, Kay Brace. Hey, Stacy Lee. Hey, Sexy Wild Thing, Carol Freaking Claus. Hello, Chris, Leo. Hey, Sherry, Rainbow Mom, Foxy. Good to see you. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Mary Jane Doe, Tiff. Hey, Cool Gamer, Music City Mom, and Rainbow Mom. Good to see you guys. Hey, Queen Olive. I'm happy you caught alive too. Hey, Profile and Manipulation. Always a pleasure to see you. Hey, Laced in Perfume. Okay, you guys. So this one, we're going to go over a case today I've been trying to familiarize myself with. I just ask, I'm going to show you from start to finish what I saw, but hold tight and don't make any judgments immediately because things look very suspicious and on the news they are being put out a certain way. But if you dig just a little bit deeper, it gets quite interesting, and it's something that I like to talk about over here. We're going to be talking about a lot of things that are tough topics. So I'm really looking forward to that. I still have wet hair from my shower. It's been a day, y'all. It has been a day. Then I went to start the live and it was my computer was completely dead. And I had it charged all morning. Bentley's like, I might have walked through there. I don't know. We've had that tropical storm that came through here as well. So it's been cold and just, yucky. Can't believe summer's over. Hello, headphones. There you are. Hey, West Virginia Jules. Hey, Sarah. Well, I can't wait to talk to you guys about it because I think that your anxiety may go down a little bit. Hello, Danielle. True Crime Crazy. Good to see you. Pointer Lover. Hey, Hattie Foster. It does at first, but I'm going to show you guys. I think there's something different going on here than what it looks like. Hey, Shay Benet. Let me see. I don't want to miss saying hello to any of you guys. Hey, JoJo. And then we're going to get started. Hey, Wolfie. Dang, I haven't talked to you. It feels like I haven't talked to you in forever. Hey, Positive Vibes. Kristen. Well, good to see you, Wolfie. It's okay up here, too. Yeah, the water's totally calm now, but it's just cold and rainy and just, a little bit. We were affected just a little bit. Tiff says, Beyonce Renaissance Tour, Houston, Texas tonight. I'm on my way. Who run the world, girls? Hello, Christine G. That's me. Struggle is real. Good to see you. I know, but not today at all. Not today yet. Feels like a long time. Hey, Steffa. Lucy Lou. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys a couple little videos so you can see kind of what is going on. Well, here's what we all have to go through. So, I'm going to start with Banfield. Okay. I think that, and then we have two others, and then we're going to start looking through some things. Okay. So let me, because I really feel it's important for us to show what media is saying, what's being put out there. And we're going to talk about, like I said, I don't believe this is what it appears to be. That's just my first impression after spending today looking into it. But
right now, the search is on for a Virginia mother and her 3 young children, missing for about 2 weeks now. But her husband claims they're fine. 30-year-old Lauren Cook was last seen with her 3 children, ages 2, 5, and 7, at the family's home in Virginia at the end of August. Police say Cook last spoke with her mother around September 5th, with Cook telling her they were in New York visiting family.
Okay, so she's been missing for a while now. This has been a while. She's from Virginia. They used to live out west. I mean, we're going to go through some of that, like I said, after. But
remember, no one saw her. They were officially reported missing September 13th after Cook did not attend a rescheduled appearance in Franklin County Juvenile and Domestic Relations Court. The next day, investigators confirmed Cook and her children were in Illinois, with Cook telling her they were in New York visiting family. Remember, no one saw her. They were officially reported missing September 13th after Cook did not attend a rescheduled appearance in Franklin County Juvenile and Domestic Relations Court. The next day, investigators
So,
confirmed Cook and her
she missed a court date. They had a court date. Keep that. We're going to just save that in your pocket and remember it for after we get through these videos.
children were in Illinois, but again, no one had seen them. Her husband says that he has talked to Lauren and that the children are doing well and that he wants everyone to respect their family's privacy right now. But the rest of Lauren's family says they cannot get in touch with her. Let's bring in News Nation Law and Justice contributor Jennifer Coffendorfer, who joins us live from CrimeCon in Orlando, Florida. Jennifer, thank you so much for being with us. I want to talk to you about CrimeCon, but first I want to talk about this case.
And Coffendorfer has made a couple tweets about it, which I have one that I will pull up for you guys.
So the husband here, Lauren's husband, says things are fine. Law enforcement, though, says Cook and her kids will remain on the missing registry because their names are on the missing registry. What do you think's going on here, Jennifer?
Well, I think what's going on is the husband is not being truthful and is not being completely candid.
So her immediate thing, and her tweet is very much like that. Husband is not being truthful.
Her cell phone doesn't have usage. There are no bank records that are being used. In other words, she's not using her credit cards. She's not using her bank cards. That tells me a lot right there because people don't disappear and leave their husbands without using their monetary resources and without using their phones.
So Jennifer, it seems like it would be difficult, as you say, no cell phone usage, no credit cards. It seems like it would be difficult to do that, especially with 3 young children in tow. Again, we're talking about ages 7, 5, and then 2, but it is not out of the realm of possibility. Is it possible that maybe Lauren left her husband and doesn't want to be found?
I don't think it's possible in this case. Certainly, they're going to be checking it out. But if
you don't think it's possible in this case, that is so interesting.
You look at the fact that NCMEC, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, they have already issued that these individuals are missing. Why? Because they've conducted their own investigation, which has shown that they're not in school, that there's been no sign or trace of them. That tells me the facts are leaning toward they haven't been taken of their free will.
All right. And this all started, as we said at the top of this, Lauren missed that appearance last week. And we say the court because it's important, this juvenile and domestic relations court. And then that date that she missed had actually been rescheduled because she missed the original scheduled court date the week before. Now, it's also important to note in all of this, there is no record, absolutely none, of domestic violence or 911 calls coming from their home. So how does all of this?
So we're going to pause there. That's enough of that. And I'm going to take you for a second here. This is Jennifer Coffendorfer's post this morning about this case. She says, even more concerning, Lauren's mom says Lauren is pregnant. I fear there will be no good news on this case. We're going to go to this Today Show article. They talked to Lauren's mom. Hey, Ange. Hey, Pepper. Hey, Mrs. O. So, mother of missing Virginia mom says she's deeply concerned and reveals her daughter is pregnant. The husband of Lauren told local media he is not concerned and knows his wife and 3 children are doing well. The mother of a missing Virginia mom tells Today that she and her family are deeply concerned, revealing that her daughter is pregnant. We are deeply concerned for our daughter Lauren and our grandchildren Benjamin, Hannah, and Elijah, and our unborn grandchild. We want them all to know we love them and we are here for them and want to help bring them to safety. And this was in an email to Today. The Today Show. Her husband, Jordan, who is the father of their children, told a local broadcaster he is not worried about his wife and 3 children who police have declared missing. Contrary to what has been reported, my wife and children are not missing. I have no reason to be concerned about their safety or well-being. I have heard from my wife, and I'm sure she and my children are doing well. We ask that our family's privacy be respected at this time. According to a September 19th Facebook post by the Franklin County Sheriff's Office in Rocky Mount, a missing persons investigation began on September 13th after she failed to show up for court. Like we heard, it's already been rescheduled before. Law enforcement follow-up was conducted with family members who had lost contact with Lauren and the children several days prior. It was at this time that a missing persons report was made, and Lauren, with her 3 children, were all entered by law enforcement as missing persons. There has been no reported contact with her since September 5th or 6th. On September 14th, investigators confirmed that Lauren and her children were in Litchfield, Illinois. The sheriff's office said that her phone last pinged on September 7th in Lexington, Kentucky. The husband originally stated he had not been in contact with his wife and children, and recently he says that he has, but does not know or will not disclose the location. She added that Jordan is not specifically under investigation, but he is obviously within this investigation. Both the husband and Lauren's mother relayed to investigators that they both received phone calls from Lauren the morning of court. Phone calls were simply to let them know that her and the kids were okay, but they did not disclose the location. They say that Jordan, her husband, has been cooperative. The children will remain classified as missing by authorities until they make face-to-face contact to ensure they're okay and not under any duress. Now, you guys, I truly don't believe this is what it seems. Now, these are just some images. This is her husband, Jordan, and this is, his quote. Just some pictures from his quote, which we just read, but this is him here. Okay. Now, here is a media release from the police. The office of the sheriff began a missing persons investigation on September 13th after Lauren Cook did not appear for a scheduled court appearance in Franklin County Court. This court date had already been rescheduled. We just read the follow. This is like directly what we had just read. We urge that anyone with any updates on where Lauren Cook and her children may be, please reach out to our office at 540-483-3000. Hey, Just Be Willing. Hey, Amber. Jay, good to see you guys. Hi, my mate. I'm confused. Okay, well. It's about to make your head spin even more because Cray Cray, I am wondering. Okay, there's a Facebook group where people who are close to them have been commenting, and I want to show you guys some of that. Okay, I took some screenshots, but it's a public group, so anybody can go. I didn't even join it. So this one person says, and I thought this is interesting with what we're going to follow this up with. So someone named Tara comments, have any of you heard about this? Lauren confirmed on the same Instagram account a few days before she went missing that she is pregnant and expecting their 4th child. The couple had an illegal weed farm in Utah. They were raided. They moved to Oregon, raided again, and have moved to Virginia now. Other people claim that they did have a farm, but it was completely legal. So this is Kyle. And Kyle knows the family, and he has been posting in this group. And this is about to make you guys like, what in the hell is actually going on here? Oh, Claus, thank you for gifting Coco. I don't know if she just got it or if you just did it, but regardless, thank you so much. Tim says, if he did something to her in Kentucky, they will never find her. I should say they won't put forth the effort to find her. That's disappointing, but it sounds sort of like West Virginia, Southern West Virginia. Okay, so Kyle says, I'd like to share some new information with you all. And we're going to, hold on, that was 19 hours ago. Let me just double check something because I've got a few that I want us to go through, and I want to make sure we do it. Then there's the 15 hours. Okay, in order. So he says Lauren didn't run from anything. It's a unique situation, but Jordan and Lauren actually split up for about a month a few years ago. And during that time, Jordan signed over full custody of his children to Lauren as an act of good faith, a gesture to say, honey, I will never try to take our children from you. Take full custody as a sign I truly want to work things out. Now, usually, always, if it's just something from a Facebook group, I mean, it's rumor. The facts are this. This family has been reported missing by police. The husband is not concerned, but some of their friends and family are speaking out, and we're going to look at that and just keep it in mind. So when a hostile party towards the family submitted a bunch of disgusting and false allegations against Jordan anonymously to CPS, Lauren consulted legal counsel who advised her to stay on vacation with her kids, whom she has sole legal custody of until it all blows over. So when CPS served the husband, Jordan, with an emergency removal order based on ridiculous and false allegations, he replied, what kids? I don't have custody of those kids. My wife does. CPS were so salty at getting him beaten at their own game. She said verbatim, sounds like Hitler and his Nazis. Quote, to Jordan in court when he stated, my wife and I are in lockstep together. And the CPS woman even tried to deny it during Jordan's next court appearance, and his attorney said, nah, you actually did say that last time we were here. During his next court appearance, Jordan had to actually ask the judge to tell the CPS woman to stop screaming at him in court, which the judge did. CPS, realizing they couldn't take the kids from Jordan based on their false allegations, coached Lauren's mother on how to submit a missing persons report to enlist the public's help in locating her since she was already on vacation. So now they've put Lauren in a position where once she approaches law enforcement in an effort to clear her bogus missing persons case, they immediately try to take her kids despite having all this time to investigate the allegations against Jordan. This is why they can't release an Amber Alert against Lauren. She has sole legal custody, so they reach for their next best tool, a missing persons report. I'm no attorney, but I'm pretty sure missing persons reports and the database for exploited children is meant to be utilized for actual missing persons, not to gain control of a situation because CPS are butthurt. When I started reading this, I knew we had to talk about it because I'm very passionate about speaking out against the system. I know that that's probably not the smartest thing to do, but I have just seen so many kids die in foster care or while being adopted. We've seen so many kids taken from good parents, given to shitty parents. And I want to make sure to highlight this in full with what her friends and family are saying as well. So let me keep going on just this one. And then, okay, so if they really want to help, they should do their job and investigate the allegations against Jordan. The burden of proof is on them to show they have justification to remove the children from the home. But instead, they're trying to sidestep due process by taking the kids first and asking questions later because they know they can't prove any of the BS in the anonymous report. In fact, the husband has peed in a cup and submitted to a hair follicle test, which both came back squeaky clean. A cannabis farmer didn't test positive for cannabis in a state where it's legal to consume recreationally. Let that sink in because it is legal in Virginia. Hopefully that gives you an idea of how these folks are being treated. Two ex-DCFS employees were on trial last week in Illinois. I saw that. I don't know as much about that as I want to know. Queen Olive, there's a few more things I'll show you, and that's basically all I know. Like, I've been putting the pieces together as well. So, okay, crime time with Mal. Hey, Cautious Gems. Okay, so, hey, Annie O. Well, this mother and her kids are missing, and we went through like the official narrative from the media, and now we're going through some of what their friends are saying in this group. So now Kyle says, As for Lauren's mom not knowing about the CPS stuff, she did know about it and was happy to jump on board with whatever they wanted because they told her she could get custody of the kids. The removal order was issued when Lauren was already out of town on the planned Labor Day vacation. Jordan decided to stay because he had to work, and then all of this unfolded. And after the kids and Lauren had already left. No attempts were made at all to investigate the false allegations against Jordan, the condition of the family's situation, etc. It was CPS' first move to take the kids via emergency removal order. The order was issued when they were in New York already visiting family. They got legal advice because CPS had stopped by the house and just made it known they had observed allegations against them. They did not say what they were. They asked the lawyer if it was an issue to go on vacation. They said no issue. Have fun on your vacation. Lauren left with her children, who she had sole legal custody of. Then CPS tried to file a missing persons report after they left, knowing they were not missing, and this first attempt was unsuccessful. Then when Jordan went to the hearing and he was served paperwork to go to, her mom, and Lauren was not, her mom was there with CPS ready to take the kids without even trying to make a reasonable effort to investigate the false allegations so they could remain at home with their parents. It does say in the false allegations that Lauren is a drug addict/dealer and that she has been diagnosed with Stockholm Syndrome. After court, CPS and Lauren's mother filed their report together, claiming she was missing. She missed the hearing and that she was never served paperwork. She missed the hearing that she was never served paperwork to attend. Excuse me, you guys. And Jordan went on the record saying that she wasn't missing. Lauren had spoken to her mom the night before and knew that she was in fact not missing. She was just doing what CPS had told her to do, to force Lauren to contact law enforcement and subsequently take the kids into custody. CPS also tried to file kidnapping charges, which they were unsuccessful in doing because it's kind of hard to kidnap kids you have legal custody of. Lauren had just gotten legal advice to continue the vacation until everything had blown over. After this, everything escalated to where it is now. Both lawyers have ghosted the family and they have been unable to find a lawyer who will even take on the case. This makes Lauren very hesitant to come forward to any degree because there has been no due process, a lot of lies and flaky layers. Hey, four Chihuahuas. Sketchy, she won't make herself known. I would. Hey, Johnny Blackhawk. Good to see you. It is sketchy. It's all weird. I don't know. Kyle, how is he? He's just a friend, right? That's posted in this group, which it is not like if you go through the group, it is known that, there are people close to them that are in here posting. It could be, anything. Truly, it could be one of Dad's friends trying to make Dad look better, or we don't know, but this is just the facts of what's out there right now and what's being said. You know what I mean? This is what we're hearing from law enforcement, and then I won't say the facts, the rumors surrounding the case. Oh, thank you, Claus. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. So I don't know. Okay, let me see, because I got a couple other things too. Here's one post I was going to show you guys. So this is Maria. She says, there are a few people in this group with personal connection to Lauren and Jacob. They are doing a great job of advocating for this family. They have changed my mind about the situation. We really need Lauren and Jacob to blast the internet with their side of this story. We need to see the evidence that the government is misbehaving. If they are, so many people will back you guys up. The best way to fight the injustice is to make it public. Get the world on your side. The court's hands will be tied and they won't be able to take the kids because we will all be watching. Make this public, gain our support, and then Lauren and the kids can go home. They won't have to run and hide. Please show us the truth. I think that they need to come forward with their story, Lauren included. If she, sounds like he gathered the tea, boiled the water, stirred the cup, and drinking the tea. It gets a lot for even a friend to know. I know. It is a lot. And I don't know. I think it's important to talk about, though, just because I've seen the system fail so many kids, and regardless of the truth of this, I feel like it's a good opportunity to highlight that and talk about it, because things need to change. Our entire government needs to be overhauled. Things just need to change from A to Z, in my opinion. Even corrections. You know, I could go on and on about that, but it is a lot to unravel. It makes you wonder, though, that it may not be what it seems, right? I mean, I don't know. I'll be catching the rest of this for sure. Going to cheer on our women's National Rugby League team playing against Jamaica. Oh, that's awesome, Jay. Have fun. I doubt it. Let's see. So what do you believe, Allie? Like your gut feeling? At first, I was 100% jumping on suspicious of Dad, right? Because I saw that, Music City Mom. Because what the news is putting out, what I showed you from Jennifer Coffindaffer, what we're seeing from the Today Show, now I'm not so sure. But I think it's important for us to take a step back and not jump on these bandwagons and just think that we know, God only knows. We know that CPS is crooked, right? So the group is called, let me show you guys so in case you want to join the conversation. It's called Missing Lauren Cook and Children Discussion. Now, I'll show you guys these couple little videos that I found from like the local news. This is the first one. Hold on. They've been covering it like every single day.
County woman and her 3 children disappeared around September 5th.
The sheriff's office says Lauren Cook, 7-year-old Benjamin, 5-year-old Hannah, and 2-year-old Elijah are missing, but the woman's husband says that they are safe. This is according to the Franklin County Sheriff's Office.
10 News reporter Amy Cockrum has been digging deeper today. Amy, what can you tell us?
Right. According to deputies, they say the husband says his family is safe, but he has not communicated with them. We reached out to Cook's family to see if we could speak with them ourselves, but so far have not heard back. Today, I went to the courthouse to look for records. I was told search warrants have been reset. Deputies say there's not a history of domestic violence between the couple in Franklin County. Deputies tell us there is no person of interest in this case at this point. This family is just gone and needs to be located to make sure that they are safe. Now, law enforcement tells me that they just have to lay eyes on that family and make sure they're okay before they can cancel that missing.
They want to lay eyes on them, right? I don't know. It's very interesting. Has Lauren gone missing to avoid CPS? Is that what's happening here? And I mean, you can't go forever. If they're false allegations, then prove that they're false. But it's tough because I've seen people lose their kid because they had bipolar disorder and were hospitalized, and they were not using drugs or anything like that. They were not able to take care of themselves or a kid during these moments. But I've seen them lose their kids, and I've also seen drug dealers where I used to live. I've told you guys about this family before. They had their children taken, and then they snitched. They got out of trouble, and their kids were given back. I can see cops give you a deal. You snitch. They're like, okay, we're going to charge you with less. You've helped us catch the bigger guy. But you go ahead and put kids back in danger because they snitch. They're crooked as hell. That's just the truth. I mean, and I'm not saying every state, but in a lot of them, they just are. Husband says they're safe. Yep. Y'all both mentioned Lori Vallow. That's funny. This is exactly what the husband said. Let me show you again. He said, contrary to what has been reported, my wife and children are not missing. I have no reason to be concerned about their safety or well-being. I have heard from my wife, and I am sure she is, and my children are doing well. We ask that our family's privacy be respected at this time. Hey, Buffalo Mountain, Tennessee girl. Virginia Woofy. That's a valid sentence. Oh my gosh, that's so funny that like so many of you guys said that. Lay eyes on them. Yeah, you're right. That is. It is. If the husband has talked to her, then there's a record of that on his phone. Hey, Evie Marie. This could be a huge gaslighting by the husband. Yep. Stockholm Syndrome, there's a history of something if she has that diagnosis. In my opinion, if it's her husband, then the children are no more safe with her than they would be with him. Well, there is no history of domestic violence. Oh, thank you, Claus. Thank you, and welcome everybody that got a membership. And Claus, somebody found something really cool that would make something really cool as a little gift for you. And I cannot wait to, hopefully it works out, because we got to bless you back for being good to everybody else. Hey, Past. I'm not sure that I trust CPS. Just look at the Maya's case that is in court right now. I don't either. Well, he says they're safe, but hasn't heard from them. Well, he now says he did hear from them. Corruption at its finest. Children are not a bargaining tool. I don't know, Christine. I don't know what they're, I don't know, but I do know that they are weed farmers. I'm sure she's probably like worried about calling because that would ping their location. Allie, they're worthless here. Don't get me started. Their job is to keep families together, not protect the children from unsafe environments. And protect the children, did you mean? Correct, Chris. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Are they LDS by any chance? Well, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I do know that they were said to have lived out west near Utah first, in Utah, and then Oregon, and then Virginia. So that is really interesting. You guys say that, why they've lived in Utah before. But like I said, I don't know. I just kind of started digging into it today. I wasn't sure if we would talk about it because there wasn't a whole lot out there. But then when I got in this group and I started seeing this, I was like, no, I want to talk about this just because I am passionate about speaking up for these kids that are, in the system. Like, why in the hell did Adam Montgomery ever get custody of Harmony? And there's so many more. Victoria Rose Smith, that's one I covered. I will never forget. I had her aunt on. It was one of my first interviews ever. And her niece was placed in foster care with a woman who won Worst Cooks in America. And right as she was about to be adopted, the woman beat her to death. And it happens more than think about the West Boys out in California. There is serious issues with the way that our system is set up, and things need to change. Is it true they were living with Lauren's ex-husband, Mrs. O? So I don't know factually, but I know that's another rumor, is that Lauren's ex and her new man and the kids all live together. But I don't know. There has been no use of credit cards and no word from anyone that she's been seeing. No reported history of DV. Correct, Mitch. Mia said, I'm trying to catch up. Well, Kyle didn't say Stockholm. Who said that? Like, that was what other people, that was like one of the first things that we saw from, I think, the news, or that's like he was saying that it was a rumor, but that it's not true. Physical violence, maybe, but Stockholm Syndrome is caused by corrosive control by another person. It's not like bipolar or schizophrenia. Chris Watts vibes. A lot of people have said that. No, Patricia, no activity on credit cards or the phone. Rumor in my state has always been that some children will never go back home because they are profitable. And Elizabeth, ding, 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 that they are. that they are, because every kid that goes into foster care, the state gets money for it. That's just the truth. And the foster parents get money for it too. It's not a lot, right? So, I mean, but there is money involved with this too. How many weeks along is she? Oh man, let me look. Back to the Today Show. Let's see. Because her mom just dropped that one and it wasn't previously known. She doesn't say. She says the mother of Lauren says she and her family are, quote, deeply concerned, unquote, revealing that her daughter is pregnant. We are deeply concerned for our daughter Lauren, our grandchildren Benjamin, Hannah, and Elijah, and our unborn grandchild. Now, I will say in this Facebook group, there are even posts of people, like pictures where, here, I'm going to drop the link. If you guys are more interested, go join the group, join the discussion. This is an important one to get in on, because regardless, I hope and pray that these kids are alive and safe. But at the end of the day, no matter what, it's important that we talk about this, and things need to change, so just in general. So this is the group, and I'm going to drop it in the chat right now. A lot like Lori Vallow with her kids missing, but we have an adult missing with them. You know what I mean? Hey, Wicked West. Mitch, we don't truly know. I know that it's just really rumors that we know so far. Lucille says the police need to put a bolo out on her. That's 50. Well, they do. They are considered missing people, and that is in the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children and all of that. Christine, oh my God. You kill me sometimes. Jaded, no, not all foster families are bad. Some of them are excellent, right? And if you are a foster parent and you really, like, because I know one of my viewers that I've been wanting to bring on who is, and she does it with her full heart. She wants to change lives and help. And I have other friends who I've tried to talk to about doing this. There are excellent foster families out there. My brother fostered 6 brothers and sisters, like a group of 6 kids, and he ended up adopting them all. And now they have a little baby who's like 2 years old, who they got from the hospital because she was physically beat. And I know my brother and his wife are excellent with these kids, right? It's truly something that they want to help these children and change their lives. But the facts are that when you decide to foster a kid, you start to get a check every month from the state to help pay for the expenses of that child. It's not a lot. From what I hear, it's probably under $1,000 for each child, or somewhere around there. And that probably changes depending on what state you're in. But money's the root of all evil, and I feel like that's when you start to see bad shit happen, when money's involved. So JLR started what rumor? Music City Mom, which one? Now I know what you meant before we started. Yes. Okay, so the court and mom, but her mom did it because of her missing court. Wicked West, I think they have to be sentenced still, but because it was happening, the trial was happening at the same time as Letitia and Lori's, I really didn't follow it as close as I would have liked to. Hey, Melissa. Okay, that her ex lived with her husband. Children are not currency, absolutely. This whole thing is strange. How is she buying food with no transactions on her card? Well, I think that if she had a plan to not be traced she would have cash, right? She wouldn't be using a phone that people know about. She wouldn't be using social media. And can you guys imagine if, and some of you probably have been through it, when CPS is going to take your kids, what would you do to prevent that? You know what I mean? I would fight the allegations. I would not run, because what a miserable life for these babies. If that's truly what's happening here, we don't know. That could just be, like you guys said, gaslighting from the husband. But at the end of the day, kids, they need routine. They need stability. A life on the run is not good for them. And if the allegations are false, fight them. Fight them. And if you come out and tell your story, if they happen to listen to this, come out and tell your story, because people will stand behind you. But if that doesn't happen, soon, it's just going to makes you wonder what's really going on here, you guys. I have no absolute idea. Nicole. Hey, Nicole Morgan. Maybe she's scared now. Court will get you if it deals with kids. Hey, Amelia. In high school, I knew a family that collected foster children by the dozens, it seemed. 3 bedrooms, 3 sets of bunk beds per room. Oh, my God, just for a check. Music City Mom, no, but I want to catch up. But what's the documentary? Christine, if she's running with the kids and knows all this is going on, she needs to a closely monitored return of the kids, because this is inappropriate parenting, scared or not. I absolutely agree with you. Well, it's like I said, kids need routine. They need stability. Like, I don't know. Can't have them running around here like that. They need to have a bed where they have a bedtime. They at 9:30 every night they lay down and they get ready for school the next day, or a shower right before bed, and those kind of things. They need routine. It's so important. All kids, and even more so when they have some sort of disability or something like that, but not that these children do. Bunch of weird shit goes on in Utah. So true, MK. What is happening, you guys? Okay, Kokomo, have a good day. Okay, you guys, so that's really all I had for this one. Hey, Seth, if I didn't say it, I meant to, as I saw you come in. Hello, good to see you. None of your business. This screams drive off a cliff to me. I hope not. I just keep thinking it. The other thing I was going to talk to you guys about, so Chad Doerman had his hearing the other day. Let me pull up something. We've been, following and watching along with that. That's the man who killed his 3 kids in Ohio in his front yard. We watched all the, he set up on the front porch with his gun beside of him and just smoking a cigarette like it was nothing. Well, he had court yesterday, and they set a date for the trial, which we'll go over in a second. I have not seen this yet, so let's see. This is ice cream. Kids are not permitted to buy ice cream for a friend. What does that have to do with Chad Doerman? Chad Doerman is going to be, his trial begins July 8th. They expect it to last 3 to 4 weeks. It's weird because we know he confessed, right? And people are like, how is he having a trial when he confessed? Well, false confessions happen all the time. I don't think that's what happened here, but that a confession doesn't have anything to do with you having a trial or not. What depends on that is what you plead. If you plead not guilty, your ass is going to trial. Michael says, I got a big question to ask. How does the husband know where she's at? Well, we just don't know yet. They're keeping tight-lipped on that. Domestic and Juvenile Relations Court. She was seen September 14th. Oh, thank you, Cutie Pie. The West will be sentenced on the 28th of September. Have you heard of Logan Marr, taken from her mom to be fostered by a CPS worker? No, I haven't, Patricia. Hey, Extra AF. Wasting taxpayer money. Definitely want to keep up with that one. Well, let's see what we can just look at on Twitter from after. I don't think much happened in it. I didn't even watch it. Teresa sent me. I didn't think it was streamed. And I was keeping up on Twitter, and Teresa sent me the hearing, but it was quick, and that, it was nothing except setting the trial date. He actually killed the boys on the same day Summer went missing, 2 years later. Doerman is accused of killing Clayton Hunter and Chase at their Monroe Township home. He has a motions hearing on November 30th, and his trial is expected to last 4 weeks. I'm assuming this is the hearing. Let's click on it and just look for it. It's only 8 minutes long. Look at him, though. Remember? Okay, so he gets arrested. He's sitting on the porch just whatever, sitting there smoking a cigarette. Then we watch the body cam footage of him waiting to be booked, and he's slamming his head against the wall and just bizarre behavior. Well, now we see him. He looks a little disheveled. But, I don't think you have a lot of self-care items in jail. I'll try not to interrupt too much so we can just hear this. I haven't seen it yet either.
Had 3 jury trials set that day.
Perfect, because Ms. Terpstra and I will be looking to potentially set a double homicide that week, so we'd ask for maybe the 30th or 31st if possible on council schedule.
Christine, I think you should do it. I would love to see you do that. And the older kids, because they never probably have a place to go.
This is the second day of a criminal case. I've got 2-day.
I mean, it's so hard to hear.
On the 30th, I had a civil case set on the 31st, and I'm gambling when it gets settled, but I might not, so we'll deal with that.
What it's worth, I have it pretty sure that trial starts and take a look at
Yeah, it is so hard to hear. The trial date is July 8th of 2024. Oh, they zoomed in on his. I'll be very interested to hear his defense. The prosecutor said he planned it for weeks. So.
Actually, it will be better if this one a few weeks. I don't have a trial scheduled because that leads into.
When they pour the concrete, I know, Music City Mom. Oh, Lucia. Oh, Carol freaking Claus, the green giving queen. Thank you, Claus. You are very sweet, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
I can start that at 10 o'clock and we'll just go until we're.
What is this?
I assume we'll get it done in 2 or 3 hours, hopefully. I don't know. That'll give me an opportunity to do my due diligence.
Yeah, we're not going to. You can't hear it. I mean, I don't want to put you guys through just sitting here, and we'll just chat for a second, and then I'll let you guys go. Look at these boys. Oh, my God. They are so beautiful. Oh my God, those poor children. Shouldn't he have a suit like BK, Janine? That's really interesting you mentioned that, because I did not even think about it, but his lawyer could request that like Ann Taylor did. A lot of people get to change their clothes out of street clothes, especially for Lori Vallow. You notice that she had a suit on or business attire for her trial, but during sentencing she didn't, because it's so that you don't look guilty, right, to the jurors. But after you've already been found guilty, well. Hey, Astra from space. All right, you guys. Well, it said on a Facebook post she's 5 months pregnant. I guess I'm going to let you guys go. I know this was kind of short. If you're subscribed to my second channel, meet me there tonight. If I really want to do something over there tonight, I want to put out like a couple of short videos if I can get them to upload. And then I just wanted to hang out and talk with you guys. So if you're not subscribed to my second channel, it's for everything but true crime. We just hang out, talk about all kinds of things. Christine, the too long to read or whatever. A catch-all with aliens, conspiracies, what happens after you die, politics, yummy foods, recipes, like all the things, makeup. You never know what you're going to get over there. It's like a blind bag, a mystery bag, mystery box. So if you guys are free tonight and you want to, meet me over there. And thank you guys for being here and talking about this with me. Definitely let's keep our eyes on this story. It's an important one because, like I said, things need to change. Oh, no, I didn't, Tess. I'm going to look for it, though, now. You wear prison's finest. Ain't that right, Elizabeth? It was. I'm glad that you were here, Christine. I'm glad all you guys were here. Thank you, Amelia, for being here. Yeah, and I'll talk to you guys soon. We still have a lot of Letitia to get through, but but yeah, it's nice to talk about the other things that are happening, besides that, because there's a lot that happens. You guys know every single day, if you go check out Crime Online, you'll probably see 30 new missing, people, or missing and murdered people. And it's just ridiculous. But anyways, all right, you guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here, and I will see you soon. Thank you to all my mods too.